This may just be the most important video you watch all year. I want to share in today's video some advice and my thoughts on where I see Amazon going in 2023. For Amazon FBA sellers, it's always changing. There's always new updates and strategies that work, no longer work. So I want to give you some advice. So make sure you're fully prepared for 2023. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, welcome back. Those of you are my subscribers. My name is Brian Newton. I'm a full-time Amazon FBA seller, mentor, and coach. Right here on my YouTube channel, I release weekly videos covering everything Amazon, e-commerce, and NFTs. If you enjoy that type of video, do me a favor right now. Head on down and press subscribe. I can see each and every one of you who take just a minute to press subscribe, and I appreciate each of you. Also, give me a like on this video. It helps support my channel and bring you more helpful videos like this one. My job is to help educate, teach, impact as many lives as possible, sharing and documenting my journey of how I went from a struggling broke drug addict 8.5 years ago to being able to build and own multiple six-figure online businesses. Let's jump into it. So I have a little doc over here, so I'll be looking over here so I make sure I don't miss any of my notes and try to upload this down below the video too so you can watch that back later. So my thoughts on where Amazon FBA is headed in 2023, some of my predictions on what I see playing out going into the next year. So I want to talk about time frame and dedication. As an Amazon seller, it's important that you have the right mindset for how long it's going to take to build a successful Amazon business. Too often you see gurus or people selling courses pushing the $10,000 a month within 30 days after you launch a product. It just doesn't work like that unless you have, tens of thousands of dollars to start with. How long should you expect it to take to be profitable? Give yourself at least 3 to 6 months for the business to be generating consistent profits and for you to be able to take those profits out of the business. The main thing that's going to hold you up here is having to reinvest your profits in the beginning into ordering more inventory, launching new products. That's going to require more capital. But the main thing here, guys, is looking for products that are generating anywhere from 15 to 30 sales minimum per day and makes around $3,000 a month minimum profit or more. If the product doesn't hit those benchmarks, I pass on it or won't continue selling it. So now that I talked about, the time frame for profitability, I also want to talk about budget. How much budget do you actually need to get started? Well, you can get started and launch your first product, a successful product, and start making strong sales with about $4,000. Can be closer to $5,000, a little bit closer to $5,500, or it can be as low as $3,000, $3,500. It really just, $3,000 to $6,000, such a big range there because it really does depend on how much inventory you order for your first order, what is your product source cost, and what's your DDP shipping cost. Those are going to be the main costs. And then also, do you spend a ton of money on images? Do you spend money on getting a trademark right out of the gate? But to be safe, around $4,000 absolutely is enough money to launch your product. How much time does this actually take? For those of you, many of you out there are working a 9-to-5 job, living paycheck to paycheck like I was in the very beginning. How much time is this business going to take realistically to start? You can launch your first product and run an Amazon business successfully just spending an hour or two per day, 5 days per week. So let's say 5 to 15 hours per week, you can make this work. That's going to be kind of required in the beginning for product research, for contacting, negotiating with suppliers, for creating the listing and the shipping plan. All of these kind of take more of your time. But after you get the product launched, you only have to spend a couple hours a week instead of, 1 or 2 hours per day, 5 days a week. After the product is launched, just a couple hours per week, kind of maintaining things, reordering, monitoring orders, monitoring reviews, monitoring ranking, monitoring your PPC campaigns. So that's going to be kind of how much time is needed. Now, the first tip and kind of prediction I want to put out there is one you've probably heard me talk about here on my channel, which is product research. I predict in 2023, number one, that the product you choose to sell has to be low competition. There has to be 3 pages or less of results on Amazon. You want 3 pages or less of the same product over and over and over. You want 1,000 total results or less. And the main keyword should have 2,000 competing products or under. Finding low competition products with strong demand are going to be critical because you sell keywords, you don't sell products. That's going to be more true than ever as more people are jumping on to selling on Amazon. So competition is going to continue to increase, but the products that do the best are ones that have low competition. Again, 3 pages or less of the same product over and over when you search it on Amazon, 1,000 or less total results for the main keyword, and 2,000 competing products or less. What's working the best is finding low competition products on Etsy and TikTok, and then being one of the first 30 sellers on Amazon with the product. That's what's working the best right now. What doesn't work anymore, and I don't teach this any longer, which a lot of people still do, find a product for private label, use helium-10, black box, or x-ray, find a product, look at the reviews, look at the sales, look at the revenue, make sure the reviews are low, make sure sales and revenue look good, it's not brand dominated, and then read the reviews and make it a little bit better. Add a little thing here, change the packaging to make it a little better, offer it in a new color. That is not going to work anymore. Amazon has got way too competitive. There's too many thousands and thousands of other sellers just trying to make the product a little bit better. You have to stand out with adding clear value and differentiating well and choosing in the first place a low competition product. So I see that being really, really important for product research, product selection as my prediction number one. Continuing what's going to work in 2023 is low competition products according to those points I laid out. Number two prediction is the importance of building a brand. Amazon has already indicated to us how important they want the sellers to have a brand on Amazon. Before you can even create a listing, you have to get what's called brand approval, meaning you have to go in and create support tickets and show Amazon your product and packaging with your brand logo on it, and then they approve your account to be able to list products with that brand. You can't even go in and create a listing right now with what brand name you want. Amazon is almost, and I see this as a potential happening as well, they're almost there where they're going to make sellers get brand registry, which requires a trademark, which is about $700 or $800 to use Trademarkia or LegalZoom to file your trademark. They're not there yet, but I do see Amazon continuing to be strict on brands, on getting brand approval, which is step number one before you create the listing, and then getting a trademark for brand registry, which is required. Anyways, after you create the listing in order to do the Vine program, brand referral program, sponsored brand ads, video, A+ content on your listing, all of these things require trademark and brand registry, but you don't need a trademark or brand registry in order to launch the product. All you need to launch your product is your product sample, a sample of your product from the supplier that has your logo printed on the product or engraved or etched, permanently affixed your logo on the product and the packaging if possible. And then you go in and get brand approval, submit pictures of that sample, and Amazon's going to approve you to create new listings in their catalog with your brand name. So I see that continuing to be kind of a frustration point for new sellers, not understanding the difference between brand approval, which you get by submitting pictures of your product with logo and packaging with logo before you create the listing, and then after you create the listing or right after you launch, filing your brand trademark and getting brand registry. Those are two different things, so it's important to know that. Your Shopify store. To get brand approval, which is that first one I talked about, Amazon actually likes you to have a website set up for your brand. So I recommend from the very beginning going to GoDaddy.com or Namecheap.com and buying your brand domain. Make sure you're choosing a brand name that is available. Check it on Trademarkia.com. You want to type in that brand name on Trademarkia, and you don't want to see any live marks or even dead marks. Just says register now from $3.99. That means that brand name is available, and that's what we want to see when you're on Trademarkia.com. You don't want to see any other live or dead marks on that brand name, and then you get a logo done next on Fiverr, and then you send that logo to your supplier who will print it or engrave it or etch it or silk screen print it onto your product sample. And then you're going to get brand approval that way. But for your Shopify store, you also can link your Shopify store when you're submitting the support ticket for brand approval. Amazon will go to your website and they want to see your brand has a website and your product is there, a picture of your product. They see your brand is there. So you don't have to be selling on your own website, but you definitely should set up a quick Shopify store. It only takes about 30 minutes to set up a Shopify store. And there's good videos on YouTube on how to set up a quick Shopify store. You can do the basic plan, which is $29 per month, and they have a free trial for Shopify. But set up a Shopify store for your brand and buy the domain. That's going to help you get brand approval, which is needed, again, before you create your listing. Brand registry and trademark you can do after the listing is created or right after you launch. Brand registry is going to be critical going forward. Amazon is constantly releasing new tools for brands. So it's becoming really a brand dominated platform where Amazon wants you to be brand registered. So What do you get getting brand registered? Well, first, what do you need? You just need a trademark, pending trademark. As soon as you pay the $700-800 to file it, within 1 week, you'll get the serial number, use that and apply for brand registry, and then you'll get approved. And then you can set up a storefront page once you have 3 ASINs. That's your own little mini website right on Amazon. You'll have access to a storefront page. You'll have access to do A+ content on your listing, which is all those pictures and special modules down in your description. You'll be able to do a video on your listing. You'll be able to run sponsored brand ads, including the headline ads, product collection ads, and video ads to dominate page 1 in the search results. Also, sponsored display ads with brand approval, brand registry. Use the Vine program, use the brand referral program to get 10% commission back on any external traffic and sales you're sending from Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or influencer partnerships. That's going to come along with brand registry. So these are important things to utilize when you have brand registry. Also, Amazon posts. I'll talk about that here in a minute. You also want to focus on build an email list. How do you build an email list? I've made another video on my channel recently where I talk about collecting customers' name and emails, setting up a ManyChat flow, and giving away some piece of value so you can, setting up an opt-in page or a landing page so you can get the customer's name and email. This is going to be important because email lists allow you to do multiple things, including, pre-launch your product to your email list subscribers first. Get real feedback from customers that have purchased from you in the past on what types of other products you may want to launch next. And of course, for launching a new product, you can market to them first. So build an email list. This is done from your thank you card, your product insert card, to a ManyChat flow, or to a landing page built by Helium 10 Portals tool, and then giving away some piece of value. I use ActiveCampaign for my email list and sending automated emails. Number 3, guys, is UGC. What is UGC? That is user-generated content. So what is this? That's a fancy term. All it really means is a customer buys your product, they like your product, so they take a picture of your product, or they make a short video showing your product and they post it online somewhere. That is UGC, user-generated content. It's not a piece of video or a picture that you take as the brand owner. It's a piece of content, a picture, a video, that the customer takes and posts online somewhere. So where do you see this? You probably already have UGC content on your listing right now if you're selling, including in your review section down there. You'll have reviews left with pictures and videos. That's UGC. And you may also have some videos on your listing uploaded by either customers or influencers in the manage upload video section above the questions, above the reviews. Above the questions section on question and answers on your listing, there is where you can upload the UGC content. Some example of UGC content include pictures, customer taking a picture with your product, posting it on social media, and tagging you as the brand owner. And then you can reshare that on your social media page. It can include short 30 to 60 second videos. So the customer is doing a short video for you. Maybe they're doing, or an influencer, maybe they're doing a quick unboxing video for you, showing the product, unwrapping the product and how it looks, and then providing some feedback. Product review, they're using the product and providing real feedback. Product demonstration video, how to use the product, and then just a tutorial type of video or a comparison video, your competitor's product versus your product. Again, where do you get this UGC? Your customers or an influencer makes this UGC, and then you have them send it to you, or they can share it on their own personal page or anywhere online, and then you can repurpose that and use it on your social media pages for your brand and on Amazon, okay? So importance of customer-generated content. Again, this is going to be a big focus of 2023, user-generated content, getting reviews that have pictures and images, having those videos on your listing down in the upload your video section of user-generated content. And then the importance of using influencers to help promote your product. This just requires outreach, reaching out to TikTok creators, Instagram influencers who are in your product niche and have the target customer of followers who are likely to buy your product, reaching out to that influencer and offering a free product plus $250 or $300 and have them make a post or a short video promoting your product, and then they link directly to your product listing in their bio. Okay, so that's going to be important. Number 4, guys, is the importance of having social media presence for your brand and just the overall importance of social media in 2023. If you're not currently using social media to promote your products and for your brand, you're missing out and you're really not keeping up with where things are going. Social media is required. So what do you need? At a minimum, I recommend that you set up an Instagram page for your brand and a Facebook business page for your brand. Those are the two minimum. And then you want to link those pages on your thank you card product insert, and have customers visit your page there. So Instagram page, Facebook business page are going to be at minimum what's required. In addition to that, you can do a Pinterest account. You can do a TikTok page. You can do a YouTube page. You can look at selling on Etsy later if you have the right types of products. And then look at, so organic posts versus paid posts on social media. You'll want to use both eventually. Organic posts include you posting articles, blogs, pictures, videos that you make yourself as the brand owner, and you post these on your Facebook or Instagram page. That's original content. But you'll also want to, and it helps grow your following organically because customers see it who are interested in that. But you also want to use paid advertising eventually. So TikTok ads, Google ads, Pinterest ads, Facebook and Instagram ads. All of these provide very good paid marketing systems to help you promote a physical product. You can really narrow down who you want to target, the select type of target customer that you want to go after. So eventually you want to use Facebook and Instagram ads and TikTok ads and Pinterest ads and Google ads to help promote your product. But at first, what I recommend is launching your product on Amazon using Amazon PPC and all the tools that they give us to help launch your product, and then get your product launched successfully on there using Amazon PPC. Then start looking at marketing your off Amazon marketing plan, including paid ads on Facebook, Instagram, Google, Pinterest, and TikTok to help promote your product. So social media is going to continue to be really, really important going into 2023. Make sure you just go right now, if you haven't already, and save the name for your brand, the username for your Facebook business page and for your Instagram page. And then try to just start posting, 1 to 3 times per week. You can do it now if you haven't launched, pre-launch. Maybe you keep customers or followers updated on your launch process, or you should share behind the scenes of what you're doing. You can even start a Facebook group if your product is specifically going to be for like stay-at-home moms or for moms post-pregnancy. Creating a Facebook group can be powerful as well. So 1 to 3 times per week, try to post on your Instagram and Facebook page and TikTok as well. It can be written words work well on Facebook, blog articles, helpful, valuable pieces of content to other websites or articles or blog posts that are relevant to your niche. So written words on Facebook do well. Pictures and videos do well on Facebook. Instagram, images, high resolution images do well of your product and, behind the scenes of your brand, your manufacturing, that kind of stuff, launch process. And then short form video is doing the best right now, 60 seconds or less. You can include for some, again, 4 out of 10 trending audios work well. And then 6 out of 10 should just be original content. Short form video, you can post those on Instagram called Reels, and you can post those on TikTok for your brand. That's going to help as well. You can even repurpose those as YouTube Shorts. But just 1 to 3 pieces of content per week, guys. You can hire somebody to help you with social media management. There's lots of good managers out there on Upwork and Fiverr to help you. But it all comes down to your content. The content should be valuable. It should be relevant to your specific target customer who's buying your product, and should have either some educational or value or entertainment or comedy in it as well, okay? These guys are my predictions and big ideas and thoughts of where I see Amazon going in 2023. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I'll see you on my next one.